Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Victor Jacob Asupo and I'm the community lead for machine learning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. Welcome to another session of AI paper writing and reading clubs by machine learning. And what's this club about is, machine learning, talking about artificial intelligence. Research is the foundation for discovering new models and discovering new patterns, new systems, new architectures. For the past few weeks, we have been having different sessions of ML writing and reading club. We had our first speaker who talked about advanced Google Workspace integration with Gemini. We also looked at good robotic systems, humanoid robots. We also looked at building recommender agents using rec agents. That was last week. And in our last session, we also talked about building proof of concepts and being able to structure your research paper writing to be able to encapsulate LLMs. So today we have our speaker already who is going to take us on a very insightful section. And today what we are going to look at is we are going to look at how the evolution of AI, the current way for powerful tools and the vision for future as well as artificial intelligence and machine learning advancement. So we are going to look at how do we the advancement of AI is here, the advancement of machine learning is here. How do we prepare for future strategies? How do we prepare for the things that is coming in future? And I'm super excited to bring both our speaker, Divine Mark, who is an experienced IT specialist, project manager from GreatNet ICT Hub Nigeria, join us today. And he's also a GDG Jalingo member and KMTT facilitator in Taraba State. So, um, thank you very much, Mr. Divine, for joining us. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor.
Yes, so can you share about your experience and background, starting from, when was the first time you started writing code? What came to your mind first when you hear of artificial intelligence and being able to navigate up to this point, being able to build and work at GreatNet ICT?
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, I think virtually from your introduction, from my own end, you have said everything, but your second question needs me to elaborate more about myself. Uh, ever since I came up as a young, talented individual, one of the funniest things is that at my early stage, I never knew I was going to go into tech per se, but I have full passion for computer. That's one thing I know about myself. So at my early stage and background, when I was coming up, along the line, I had to switch because of the passion for technology that I have. What I knew in those days when we were coming up was, I want to be a doctor, I want to read medicine, pharmacies. Before I knew it, I don't know what happened. They said as the spirit leads, so the mind flows. I developed interest for computer and finally jumped into technology, and that was how I landed into studying computer science from my the beginning of my studies to my undergraduate up to my advanced learning future. So since then, I decided to collaborate and connect myself with tech hubs within Nigeria and even outside Nigeria. So my first experience was in Alpha Computers in Jalingo, where I started learning Microsoft Word, that is the MS packages on its own, and other animation and graphics tools. From there, I developed myself, advanced myself into learning with an advanced tech hub and finally I landed at GreatNet ICT. That's where I'm working currently. So my journey with GreatNet ICT has taken me so far. I learned there. I became
Thank
a
you
business
very much.
instructor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so yeah, elaborated a lot about your experience
Yeah,
and building each experience on top of each. So,
yes,
without wasting much of time, I'll hand over the floor for you to start your session.
it's
Um,
okay.
yeah, so I'll be going off stage now, but I'm around.
It's okay.
Uh, okay, we can start.
Thank you. Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. As the introduction was made, my name is Divine Mark, and I'll be taking you on today's session on the prepping future of AI and machine learning transcription. So, the first thing we are looking at is the advanced technology process of converting spoken language into text has been an evolutionized map in the era of technology. Now, let me just explain briefly the introduction about the topic in a general format. Now, AI has come to stay and machine learning. The previous technology we have, if you look at the way the world is going now, what we experienced yesterday is not what we are seeing today. So when we are talking about the prepping future of AI and machine learning for self-development, we are talking about how do we maximize this tool or these AI features that are coming up in the future. Of course, the future is there, is very wide and is open. It's coming with a lot of a lot of things that we have not seen. And with the coming of AI is coming to open up our vision, our human interactive knowledge that we have is going to be an expanded knowledge of what we think now. Now, so many people depend on the normal the normal knowledge that they have, or based on what you know today is what you think is going to be tomorrow. But with the coming of AI and machine learning, they are trying to tell us that as far as things goes on, AI is going to reshape the future. AI is going to reshape our industry. AI is going to reshape so many of our activities in the near future. So, in regards to that, we need to prepare ourselves. In preparing ourselves, how do we do that? We need to inculcate ourselves in advancing the current technology that we have at hand. How do we maximize that technology in order to what? To make us or to put us in the right path and get us ready for the future. So that is briefly what this prepping future that we are trying to unwrap in today's section. Then, what is the past, present, and the future of AI? I said the past. The early system relied on rule-based models such as IBM, Showbox, as far as 1962, and then later statistical approach like the hidden Markov model, that's HMF, and then there are other models too. Like what I said in the past, there are series of stages you need to follow before you get result. Developing models in the past takes a longer time before you will see somebody who will be able to develop a model, whether it's a model that whether large model, an average model, or a minimum model. Depends on what area of specialization that you actually want to go in for. So the past stage of technology that we are, it's not what we are seeing in the present. You can easily weight it that in those days when mobile phones were available or when phones were available, the features that those phones were having has a clear difference on the current phones that we're having in our today's stage and era of technology. Now, that is the early stage. I said it relies on rule-based model. Like now, a simple example I can give. In those days, if you want to make call, You need to like go to a mountain before you get network to make calls. Most especially in the villages. In fact, the phones were not even available to the poor man. You find out that in a whole community, you only have one single mobile device. It's not even mobile device. They call it line or all what have you. All those phones in those days. Now that is for the past as far as then. Then the present now, the present has brought about transformation in bringing new models such as what deep learning. We have deep learning. We have new models who transform a lot of things. We have open AIs. We have Meta voice box, and then we also have democratic transmission systems that have also come in place, and we have other AI tools. As far as you can even get it as AI providing a means, or the advancement of technology providing a means for us to connect together despite our diversity. That is the present stage we are in artificial intelligence. The present stage now is trying to say that uh, we might be a group of two, three, four, five, and we can be able to collaborate in a project in a centralized system with the aid of this artificial intelligence and machine learning technology. But then the past model of AI does not allow us to do that. Even the connection was not even centralized. You have to like fix a physical meeting before you will be able to connect and to proffer solution to a certain problem. But the present stage of AI that we are now is we are going far as almost 95% accuracy in real time, even though this technology is still advancing and this technology is still being developed. Another common example you can look at is we have in our current stage now in the hospital now, we have a lot of digitalized hospital management system that advanced clinic or clinics that wants to go that have embraced technology, they've been able to 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 buy the idea, implement it in such clinic, and then the process is making it smoother and more easier for them. This is all because of the current stage that we are in artificial intelligence. Now, there are so many tools of which, at the course of this discussion, I'll be able to unwrap it, then we'll be able to discuss further. Now, the future of this artificial intelligence is what we have not yet seen or what we are trying to see. Now, emerging features such as multi-modal AI that is combining speech with visual data, that's just an example, and other ethical frameworks that we have. The the advancement of AI or the future of AI now is unpredicted. Some people say, okay, the new future of AI is that we are going to be having human beings that will come in form of robotics. But as far as that, AI is going very far as that. It's even the current state self so far to say that now we have artificial intelligence, we have a robot who works like human being, and they are being tested and being implemented in some advanced countries. They are already using it. Now, the emerging future of AI or the future of AI that is coming, we have to prepare for it today. If we don't prepare today, then it's going to cut us unaware. So, what is the present? Like I said, the present state of artificial intelligence, we have emerging technologies such as what? Transformer models, OpenAI, all these ones I've discussed about it in the previous slide, and then also real-time systems that we have in the current stage of artificial intelligence. Now, some applications such as healthcare system, I said clinical note what taking with an example, we have the Noah's DAX, then we have automated social media channels such as YouTube and TikTok. You can see all this YouTube, TikTok now have AI inside. How? Those AI that are using YouTube and most especially like the TikTok now, which is being embraced by a lot of young, talented people or young people in Nigeria and beyond. You see, people love it because it becomes somehow entertaining. And how do they get all those features? Now, AI mimics what we do and then gives us as a feedback information. Everything you do online is recorded. I used to tell some of my students, I used to tell some people that if you own a device, you're already you're already you're already a data producer to artificial intelligence online. Any device you own that is being registered, As far as you have a Gmail address, you register that device and then you start imputing data inside. Already you are feeding the machine. And that is AI capacity. It gets data from you. Your system or your phone or whatsoever device you are using is already a model. You're already training that phone, giving the data, and then sending it to the cloud. And then they use that data that you send to what? To advance. Look at, okay, what is the need? For example, now you go to Google Chrome, you type ninjabet.com. Do that in the next 2 3 days. The next thing you will see everything on your Google history or the advert and ads that will be coming will be all about ninja.com, whether Ninja Bet or anything. So it's as a result of what? The training, the data that you use to enter on that particular browser. That is the current stage, the present stage of artificial intelligence that we are. So how do we now prepare? The thing we have to take note of is everything we do now per se on the internet or on any device is already a recorded data that AI and machine learning is using to train models and then getting set for the future. Then the next thing is managing the prepping future of AI and machine learning for self-development. Of course, yes, it's not a bad thing for us to use all those tools. They are very good. But how do we manage them and then prepare for the future? It's good for us that are into technology. Let's get ourselves prepared. AI, how do we make use of it for self-development? Example now, personal development, business development, research and academic development. Now, my key center area is now as an academic for the sake of this conference or this presentation, we have to look at how do we make use of this artificial intelligence to develop ourselves. It's not just by using the device or making advantage of it, but how do you explore and get yourself ready for it? AI is there to ease our work. AI is there to soften your work and to relieve us of the human power or the manpower job that is on us. How do you personally develop yourself with this? Now, you use your device and try to make it as a source of income for you. You have a lot of things. Now, ChatGTP is there, Cloud is there, Perplexity is there. All these are tools that you use to ease your work. For example, now you are a student and you are being given a topic, go and write the analysis of the cases of COVID-19 from 20 days to 20 that number of days in a particular state. By the time you put this prompt on any of these AI tools, AI devices, I believe it's going to write a script for you. And you will be able to just get the script, develop on it, and then add more ideas that you want to add. So we should be able to maximize and manage the advantage of these tools and these devices, not just walking around. You see the tools. Now AI has bring it for us. It is there. But how do we now make use of it? So I'm only encouraging us like let us embrace these tools, make use of them in the positive way. Now all these AI device or AI tools that we have, all of them have specific purposes. For example, for those of us that are into academics and research, if if you want to have an accurate or a good data, instead of using ChatGPT, I can also recommend you to go for places like cloud, like the cloud AI. Then you can also go for Perplexity. They are also good. Unlike ChatGTP, Gemini, and the rest, all these AI have certain functions that we need to know when and where to use them. When am I supposed to use ChatGTP? What am I supposed to use Cloud for? What am I supposed to use Perplexity for? So from some certain experience that we have, I think cloud is very good AI that is used for research, depending on the type of instruction or the type of data that you are giving to cloud. But it cloud gives you accurate data and gives you accurate direction, provided you know you should have a bit knowledge of what you are doing in order to develop on what AI is giving you. Because you can't say AI is just perfect and direct. Those models are still being trained. And mind you that on daily basis, everything you ask AI, it records it and it tries to what? Make use of your own language or your own English to train itself and prepare itself for the what? For upcoming data that will come that will resemble what you are trying to or what you've asked that artificial intelligence machine to do. So that is how AI works. So we have to manage it, take advantage of it, manage it, and prepare ourselves. Let's use it for what? Self development. So AI and machine learning now and the future. Now, I just try to like list some of the AI tools that we have that we can be able to embrace. I said AI for research. That is, if you want to go into research, you want to do research very well. We have ChatGPT 3.5, and then you can also subscribe to the paid version, which is ChatGPT 4. Then we have Consensus app. All of them, I will, because for the sake of time, I might not be able to like read what they are being used for, but I'll just glance through. Now, for research, these are what I mentioned here. We have the toolbot.com, right, sonic.com, and then we have such as you can also include Perplexity, you can also include Cloud. These are very good AI. These are very, very good AI in terms of what? Like the Perplexity and the Cloud now, you can see it's under, I said, it is also very good to track plagiarism tests for those of us that are writing research papers, whether journal or project. It helps you minimize the error that ChatGPT will be giving. Of course, if you are very good in using some of these tools, you can ascend to me that there are some English that ChatGPT will give you that when you are now going for plagiarism check, the percentage will go very high. But unlike Perplexity and Cloud that we have seen, I think the impact that Perplexity and Cloud, apart from Grammarly, has, they are also very, very good in that. But you need to have a prior knowledge so that what it gives you, you should be able to also understand and make your own valuable input. Then for those of us that are into law, we have donate.com. Then for photography, that is image transcription and the rest. Like these days now, I think currently I'm seeing there's a particular AI now that has come up that is fine tuning normal image to a cartoon image. And I think ChatGPT also has that feature. I think it was last week or early this week. No, lately last week that I was trying to make a research and find out how those AI work. So we can check for photography, then for art and graphic design, I've listed some there. And we have lexical.art, midjourney.com. All these, if you just go to Google Chrome on your browser and you type it there, it will take you straight to the link. Then you log in, and then you will be able to explore more and do what you can do. Then we have emails. That's workspace.google.com for emailing. Then for presentation, of course, you don't need to stress yourself now. With the advancement and the coming of AI, we don't need to stress ourselves in doing presentation. Of course, there's an AI that will be able to do that for you. People use it. You can easily go to even cloud and type to say prepare a slide for me on the history and development of Nigeria from so, and before you know it, you give the prompt, it comes out for you. You export it, then you work on it. As simple as that. Then for QR code generation and all of them, we have other tools such as productivity, website building, social media management, marketing, copywriting, and coding. I've listed some tools there. For productivity, I said we have the Stay AI, Reclaim AI, Notion AI, Superhuman, Vondi, and the rest of them. Then for website building, we have Framer, we have SoftCR, and the rest of them, and then including social media and the rest. So they are all listed there. There are a lot of them. Some of us might have come across this. Some of us might have have been making use of some of these tools. Then let's grab the advantage and use it for self-development, like for coding now. Of course, we know that recently there is some code you don't need to write. You don't need to stress yourself. In fact, the last time I was working on a project, I was getting an error from a database. I just went straight. I think it was ChatGTP I log in. Immediately, I just type, copied the error, put it there. Immediately, what when I press enter, the next thing it takes me to the solution and direction on how I should solve that problem. And when I followed the prompt like that, that was how the code worked. And this was something I was using my head, like struggling. Let me get how to like get rid of this error I'm getting from a database command in a particular website I was developing. So these tools, they are there for us to make use of them. Let's embrace them and see the betterment and advantage of those tools. Now, for the sake of this presentation, I said let me just use a particular tool and introduce us to some of the dynamics that this tool has. That is the eDraw Max. eDraw Max is an all-in-one diagrammatic and design software used to create professional-looking flow charts, mind map, organizational chart, and more. So one of the uses of the eDraw is that it's for business and product management, educational and research purpose, for IT and technical field, marketing field, and then self-development. Why do I want to introduce us to the eDraw Max? I discovered that in research writing, a lot of people stress themselves, most especially when you come to design or prototype building. If you're writing your research, this particular tool can be able to do that for you. You say you're writing a project on, let's say, uh, hospital management system or airline reservation and booking system for Nigeria or for Abuja per se, or any of the flight station you might wish to use as a case study. This particular tool will be able to map out those organizational charts that you need or those UML diagrams that you need in developing or in designing that particular system that you want to implement. So the eDraw Max, I want to take us and show us a brief. If you go to Google Chrome, are you seeing my screen? Is my screen visible?
Um, your screen is visible.
So you can you see? Okay. So this is this is the eDraw Max. This is the eDraw Max environment. You can easily go to Google Chrome. You can go to Chrome, then you type eDraw. This is it. I'm already having it. When you click, it will take you, then it will show you free download and an introduction guideline there. So you check if you're using Mac or Windows, you just scroll, download for which one. You select Windows, iOS, Linux, what and all what have you. So you go, let's say it's for Windows, then it downloads. You can see it here. So when you download it, you log in, you go to your download folder, and then you try to run it. Already I have it installed on my system, so I wouldn't like to still run this again. I'm just trying to show us for the benefit of knowledge where we can be able to get that. So when you download it, it's going to launch an environment for you like this. This is the eDraw Max environment. And this eDraw Max now, AI has jumped into it. It gathers a lot of diagrams, a lot of UML, and a lot of architectures on it. You can use it. You can use this if you want to present something like a project proposal. It also has the ability to give you the architecture for that or the organizational chart for certain projects that you want to work on. So if you come, make sure you sign in. Yes, make sure you sign in for better performance. So if you come, you will see for you. Then you will see under template now. Let me take us somewhere. It's going to give you some list of templates that it already has here. Exploring all diagrams and template. You see all template, you see business. If you click on business, it will load. Let me quickly go down. It will load and take you to several examples of business architectures and diagram. As you can see, this is what we have here. Then if you go to, we have marketing, we have HR and operation, we have product, we have IT and engineering, building plan, UI, UX, education, life, others, and symbol. So depending on what actually you are looking for. So I can actually go back to home and let's say I need, what I'm looking for is just a flow chart. So you come under flow chart. If you come to flow chart, it will now bring you now. This is basic flow chart, data flow diagrams, cross-functional flow chart, and the rest. You come to basic flowchart, you have the ability to also use this tool and create a freehand tool here, blank drawing space, you click. You can see how it is. This is a freehand tool flowchart. So the only thing you will need is to start adding the features here. Now let's say you want to add, this is start, and then this is an input slash output. This is just an example I'm giving. Then this is a decision. If yes, then let's say print. Then if no, log out. Or either log out or you can say stop. The normal one we know. So this is just an example that I'm trying to give us. Now you can see if you are to do this particular design on Microsoft Word or any other environment, you won't get the
Hi,
connector as straight as it
hi,
is.
Divine.
Yes,
We can't see your
yes.
screen.
Okay. What
Yeah,
about
you can
now?
see this now. You can see this now.
Oh, okay, okay. So how about now?
No,
You can see it.
or make it full. Make it full screen. Let me see.
It's on full screen. It's on full screen.
Okay, maybe we share it again.
Is it going now?
Then and stop sharing. Then when you want to share, just share exactly that tab
Okay.
or that
It's okay.
application. Yes.
Okay.
Then we share it again.
So let me share, I think, entire screen, right? Sharing entire screen, will it be okay?
Yes, check if you can share just that application.
Okay. So how about now?
I can see your screen. Go to
Can you see it?
no, okay, maybe just share your entire screen.
You can see it.
Yes, share your entire screen.
Okay. Let me just share entire screen.
Yes.
Yes. Can you see it now?
Is this app?
Yes.
Oh, continue.
You can see it now.
Yes.
Good. So like as I was saying, so this, I'm under flowchart now. So like as I was saying, with the connectors and the way the flowchart symbols are looking, if you are going to do this on a normal Microsoft Word, it's not going to give you the direction and the point at exact as the way the e-draw marks is going to give you. So from here, when you are done, you will be able to export this and then take it to wherever you are doing your research. Let's say this is a flowchart for a login system. You can easily come to file and then either come to save, or you export as PDF, or you can print. So you can easily just go to either save as, you browse where you want to save it on your system. You can see the file extension. If you want to save it as a picture so that you should be able to just carry it and take it to the document where you're working on your research. So you can save it as JPEG drawing. Let's say I call this login flow. Then let me take it either to document. Yes. So you click on save. Yes, the graphics has been successfully saved. So you can easily now go and check inside your document to be sure. Yes, this is it, login. So let's try opening it. This is how you can see how the flow is. So you can easily pick this and take it to your research document. You can cut it out. The reason why this, you can, for you not to see this watermark, you go to your settings. I didn't even exit that. At times it will request you to have a paid version. Then you can easily go to your settings and remove the e-drawmarks watermark. Look at it. Then you can uncheck for update, depends on your own, how you want it to be. So another common illustration I wanted to show, okay, like example now, this is payment processing workflow. Let's click on it and see. It will give you a diagram like this based on the prompt you are given, and then you can be able to edit it. You can see if you click, you can be able to edit it based on your own content or based on the content of that particular structure or that particular diagram that you want to put in your research. So at times, instead of exporting or importing, if you don't have the finances to pay for the paid version of the e-drawmark, you can easily screenshot after you finish your design. You go to your Windows key, type snapshot, and as easy as that, it will allow you to do what? To screenshot this particular, okay, this is my screenshot. You come to new, then it will allow you to do that screenshot. I'm on presentation now, that's why it's fluctuating. So you just highlight and then like this, then you pick everything. Then you can take it to wherever you're writing your project or wherever you're writing your research material on that particular concept. So still, if you are, there are so many things, there are so many SDL diagram, data flow diagrams. If you want to ask, you can come to your search and say, give me a flow chart for a hospital management system. Then you send, you allow it to load. It will definitely give you a lot of prompts and templates. Yes. So here is it. So you have you check. At times it might give you the prompt it will give you. You might not, it will give you a lot of prompts that will collaborate or resemble what you are asking. So this is the clinic activity diagram for the clinic. You scroll, you check. So this a use case diagram for hospital management system. We have different types here. So let's say you click on this, it will now open it. So this is how the prompt is. So from here, you'll be able to now look at if it's actually satisfied what you are looking for. Then you click on use. You click on use, it now takes you to the design dashboard. Then you can be able to edit based on the content of your research. So you can see how advantageous this tool is. Now currently, I think as of last year and previous years back, this particular tool does not have AI, this AI feature, but now it has an artificial intelligence feature that is able to predict prompts that are being given by users. So there are so many things. Any other thing that you might need from this for business development, organizational structure, uh, what do you call it again? Proposal, project proposal, and all what have you. They are all here. You can be able to develop those models, develop architecture with it, and then make use of it in your research, and it will give you straight and accurate uh, diagrams or features that you actually need. So the aim of this is that now the current technology, what is giving us is that if you don't go to the cloud, then AI will bring the cloud to you. That is the level of technology that we are. So if we are not going to the future, in the no nobody knows this ChatGPT will come. But because of AI brought ChatGPT for us, AI brought perplexity for us, AI brought what? Cloud for us. So if we are not going there, definitely AI is going to bring all those tools to us. And in time to come, I used to tell people it will be mandatory for you to make use of it. Now we are getting to a point whereby the Gmail address and phone number has become a general IP address for everybody. And the nearest future, one individual will only have one ID. That's going to be your primary key as far as AI is concerned, that can be able to fetch your data, solve your problem, and deliver your expectation. So, in this note, I think I've spoken much. Thank you for listening, and I wish us all the best that we are going to make use of these tools for personal development, for growth, and the betterment of technology. So, is there any question?
Okay, thank you very much for that session. And your session is really practical because I even currently I'm writing a project proposal, and from what I've learned, I'll be able to just this age or two you have shown me, even with AI tools like Perplexity to boost my speed as well as productivity and add more understanding to it. So thank you very much. And it's just like this is the session I needed right now because I have to actually finish up what I'm doing and submit it immediately. So the question I had was, do you actually think we can use AI to do a standalone illustration tool for, like, let's say, Blender or SolidWorks? Do you have an idea of such applications?
Yes.
Yes, can we do something that will be able to give us from architecture to project planning to illustration and even building these things in the application of the new world real estate industry? Something like can even, let's say, map out a street or a community or how a particular building is going to be using AI.
Yes, of course, that is very possible. Like I said, the current technology or the future that we are going into right now, uh, the cloud services or cloud engineers are actually coming up with a lot of diverse of AI tools that is going to solve a mind-blowing problem in the near future as time goes on. As time goes on, all this human effort and labor are going to relax. Some people say AI will take their job, some will tell you AI will take my AI will take. No. Before you make use of AI, you need to prepare. That is why I said it's a prepping future for us. Let's get ourselves ready. With AI, if you don't even know how to use it, you'll be left behind in this future that is coming tomorrow. So the need for us to prepare ourselves, the need for us to develop ourselves and put ourselves in line with the future that is coming is very important. So I think
All right. Thank you very much for the amazing session. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us up to this point. If you have any question or any comment or contribution, do well to drop it in the comment section. This is our last session for this series, and all the sessions are here on YouTube. I'm going to drop the link to our YouTube channel, so you can just click on live and you see all the our live streams for this session, including the one we have now. So I feel like your session is not just for, let me say, machine learning, paper writing, or reading code, but we will need it in different ways. Everybody needs it. Developers, software engineers, scientists, even people who don't know about AI. So I'm really open to more collaborations. I'm working with you in future to have more of this session that create awareness, even collaboration with GDG Taraba. So since you don't have any other question, I would say thank you very much for being a speaker for today. I mean, all the sessions will be shared, and you send me the link to this slide so I can share it out to community members. Thank you very much, sir, for making it to the session. I can't hear you. No, no, no. No. Uh, Come again. Okay, so since you have any other question, thank you very much for joining us. We are going to monitor the I'll send you inbox after now. Thank you.